Well, just heard the news, just watched the finale. Tangled series is over. I would be sad, but, you know, there's no time for that, man. So, without further ado, I should probably just talk about my thoughts on this whole entire show, if you should watch or not. You probably should already know my answer by now. Okay, let's go. Alright, I'm done doing the freaking face cam crap. I don't want to do it anymore. It is so hard to edit with a face cam. Not really. But anyway, so y'all probably have heard of Tangled. Without its success, we wouldn't have the last decade of CGI animated movies. Not even joking here. If it wasn't for Tangled's success, we wouldn't have Frozen. If it wasn't for Frozen's success, we wouldn't have all these different movies. All thanks to Tangled, and also partially thanks to Princess and the Frog, but that didn't do well, so let's just forget it exists for a moment. So, we didn't officially get a sequel to Tangled. All we got was, well, a TV show. And I binge watched the whole entire series, so now I gotta give my thoughts on it, because I'm not running out of content. I definitely am running out of content to do. But yeah, so I'm just reading off of the script here. Not really script, more like just points here. So I'm just gonna split it up into two sections. I got myself the good stuff that I like, the bad stuff I like, and then in the end, my thoughts on the series. Let's go, because I don't have a lot of time to do this. I just gotta say my thoughts quickly. This show is so good. It is such a amazing show. But you're all probably still here right now because you have nothing else to do. You could just hop on to Disney Plus or YouTube and just watch the whole entire series like I did. I have a life, don't worry. So anyway, let's take a look at the good stuff that I like about the show. Great characters, because they have to continue using the characters that we got introduced from Tangled, Rapunzel, Eugene. But then also we got a whole bunch of new characters, like, for example, Cassandra. Throughout the series, there's some great character development. So that's a positive. Another positive is that it's a great story. It's a really good story with a logical explanation for why the series exists. Not because Disney wants to make more money. What are you talking about? That's not true at all. But also a little fun fact, there was actually a film that coincided with the release of the first episode. So everyone who was complaining like, oh, we want a second film. Well, technically that is a second film. It already exists. It's on Disney Channel. And also it's on Disney Plus as well as the first two seasons. So you should probably stop this video right now and watch it, because it's so good. Let's move on to the bad. I really don't want to do this, but there is some stuff I don't like about the show. But it's not big, and most people, they probably don't care about, but this is just me finding negatives in a pretty much fantastic show. So first negative or bad part is that the music isn't really that memorable. But I had the same exact problem with the film, but the film was also very good. I do remember some songs like this Crossing the Line. That was a pretty memorable song that has been stuck in my head ever since it was played for the first time. And also the song Wind in My Hair, which also has been stuck in my head since I first watched the series. You guys tell my brain's so empty since it's remembering all these songs from a freaking TV show. Now we're getting into spoilers, so if you have not seen the show yet, and if you want to see it, which you should clip, skip, lick, blick to the timestamp that is currently on screen if I remember to do it. If not, then just... So now let's get into some spoiler type stuff. I don't like the fact that Eugene is a prince. I liked it better when he was just a thief who changed his ways after falling in love with a princess. That's the only spoiler related problem. So now, hopefully, if I put in the timestamp, you are back here. Hi. And the last negative isn't something wrong with the show, it's something wrong with Disney. Disney is denying the fact that Tangled and Frozen are connected. They're like, oh, no, it's not connected. I personally believe it makes more sense to have these films connected, because one, it would be pretty cool. It's like, oh, these are connected. That's pretty cool. And also, to me, it just makes me enjoy the film slightly. It's like, hey, these films are in the same universe. People just created so many theories, and they're just so confusing. But I like my theory. You want to hear it? Both kingdoms know each other because they trade goods. You know, it's simple, and it's not like, oh, you know, they were going to Rapunzel's wedding and all this crap. But also, they also take place during different time periods. Apparently, Tangled takes place in the 1780s, and the, sh- the Frozen takes place in the 1800s. I believe Frozen 2 takes place in the 1840s. But Rapunzel and Anna look about the same age, but they should be not the same age. It gives me more questions than answers, and I feel like I'm just diving way too much into this, because I probably am. So, in conclusion, this show is amazing. 10 out of 10. You should watch it. But really, this is probably the last Tangled-related media we are getting from the Tangled series, because we already concluded this figure out how to, get her hair back, but then feels like that's kind of like just pushing it a little bit. So since this is probably the final thing we're getting related to Tangled, I am really satisfied with it, and you guys should definitely watch this show, especially if you are a fan of the film Tangled, or you just enjoy a fun show that's also funny for the wrong reasons sometimes. Craziness, an outro after the outro. So here's some brief update related crap. My second channel, The Best I Could Build, or Best I Could Build Coasters, depending on if I change the name or not, is coming back. I'm going to start posting stuff on there, so go subscribe to there. I'm going to post a Lego theme park stuff. I'm going to build a Lego theme park. Not a big deal. And also, I also have like a whole bunch of scripts I've written. A whole bunch of scripts. I wrote the history of Frozen, the history of Tangled, and also I wrote a script of a what if scenario. What if Godzilla was in Frozen 2? That's basically it. Okay, now go watch Tangled series.
I've been on the run, ain't no slowing me up. Winning, got the rings and now I'm running it up. Gotta go fast, fast. Gotta go fast, fast. Ballin'.
Whoa, look at this. I forgot my mic was on. Oh no.